Hello, my name is Sawyer STEM. I am recording this video for CS470 Video 1. My biggest takeaways from the video, the big one that I remember and would like to focus on, and I believe most of the lecture did focus on this, was the fact that the problem might not be the actual problem. It's all about solving the correct problem, and that itself could be the biggest problem that you're facing. If you're trying to solve a problem that is not, that even if you were to solve it, would not actually be an effective solution, you're working the wrong way, going in the wrong direction, say it however you will. You have to solve the problem at hand that needs to be solved. And so I think that would be by far the biggest thing that I take away from that lecture, and it's going to kind of come with me as I attempt to solve the right problems and come across something and create this idea that will be solving problems in the future. And so the big things that I would like to do, essentially the problem I'm seeing, and I'll talk about this in my 30-second pitch, is the idea of a receipt. Okay, and how every time you go to a business, you swipe and you get this piece of paper that you don't want to do anything with, that they don't want to do anything with, that they have to give you because it's a transaction, and that's just a big hassle, kind of all in general. That's the problem I'm seeing. And so the evidence that I'm not the only one seeing this is the amount of people that I see hanging on to receipts, have no idea what to do with them, just throwing them away. I've seen, guys fish into their pockets and then randomly pull out receipts at some point, and I'm like, why do you have that? And they don't know, because it's useless to them. So the idea that this would be solved, and why this should be solved, is because, first off, we'd save on a lot of hassle at checkout, a lot of hassle at everything we go to. Receipts are so widespread. Literally every time you spend money when you're out somewhere, you get a receipt, and you don't need that receipt because there's other ways to track everything. And so if this were solved, we'd save a lot of hassle. We'd also save a lot of paper. The amount of paper that goes into receipts worldwide is insane. Absolutely insane. So that would also be a great way. And so that's what kind of my initial proposal and my initial idea here would be, to essentially have something that would try to eliminate receipts of some sort, if that makes sense. There's a couple apps that are solving a real problem, and then there are a couple apps that aren't. The big ones that solve a real problem are all the big messaging ones. The big messaging ones of something like a Slack or like a GroupMe, that are a lot of communication tools. Those solve problems, and problems of communication, and they make it easier, which is very important in our day and age. The apps that don't appear to solve a real problem, social media, along that same vein, we don't need those to communicate. We need those for self-gratification and feel good, but we don't need those in general. Yeah, thank you. My name's Sawyer STEM.